we are
Did we
here.
decide on apricots?
Yeah, apricots is what we're going with. And if there's anything that you don't like, I'll tell you that I'm going to edit it out, but I'm not going to.
Fair enough.
All right. This is Jimmy Flosstube, and you're watching The Stitcher's Pit. Today, I want to talk a little bit about stitching get-togethers. It's the anomaly that is getting a bunch of people that hate social gatherings and going outdoors, and they actually leave their house and meet up in a large group. I actually had the privilege of attending one of these stitching get-togethers, and it was kind of like this. Like, you could hear the cackling from outside, like in the parking lot, and you got in the building and you went to the darkest, deepest depth of the building, and that's where everyone was. And as soon as I walked in the room, everyone shut up. You just complete silence, and everyone stared at me. And I got nervous, but then I realized they're more scared of me than I am of them. And I thought, this must be what it's like when a woman walks into a comic book shop and all the comic book nerds kind of stare at her. But ironically, the first thought that went through my head was, damn, there must be a lot of lonely cats out there today. And then everyone there just jumped up my ass about t-shirts, which we're going to get to that later. So what I've decided to do was I wanted to write you guys an icebreaker for your get-togethers, because I don't know, it might be awkward. Maybe there's someone new there that you've never met or whatever. So what you should do is when you go to a get-together and you're in a group and maybe there's an uncomfortable silence or something, just yell out, "Did you see what that bitch Vivian was wearing? Like, you can pull off sleeveless? Gee, your elbows look like Charlie Brown's foreskin. Bitch must be crazy." I guarantee that will break the ice, and you'll be able to have a normal get-together at that point. So because we're talking about stitching get-togethers today, I wanted to write a little top 10 list, David Letterman style, top 10 things that you will never hear at a stitching get-together from anyone. Number 10 being, no thanks, I've already got too much stitching crap. Number 9, I don't stitch on my project at work because I have too much respect for my job. Never hear it. Never hear it. Ask May. Number 8, I wouldn't trade my kids for anything, not even an out-of-print chart. It's a lie. You know it. Everyone know it. You're lying. Number 7, hey, you know who got a bad rap? Is that Satan guy. Number 6, I love it when I realize halfway through my row that I'm off a thread. Frogging it really keeps me humble. Top 10 things you'll never hear. Stitching it together. Number 5, I'm thinking about trimming down most of my stash. Number 4, Yeah, let's cram more people in here, because I'm a people person. Number 3. So I said, hey, Ryan Reynolds, put some pants on, man. Nobody here wants to see your penis. Number 2. I can't handle looking at this Satsuma Street right now. Not while I'm on all this meth. And number 1. Me? Oh no, I don't have any cats. Top 10 things you will never hear at a stitching get together. So I have to give a quick thank you to Calico Christine for sending me a little gift in a box she sent for Emily. This is Star Wars Micro Machines. Little TIE Interceptor, and I made the mistake as soon as I opened it of saying, sweet, a TIE Interceptor. And Emily said, nerd. What I should have said was, it seems to be some sort of aircraft. I don't know. Maybe it's a spaceship of some sort. That's what I should have said. So thank you, Christine. That's pretty awesome. So you guys were pretty serious about those shirts. You went through them pretty quickly, a lot quicker than I thought you would. So what we did was we made another run. We did it in a different color this time. We put them on this purple heather here. And they're nice, a little bit softer. And whoever orders a medium is going to be the lucky recipient of a Buster Hair filled t-shirt. That's what we call the jackpot. But yeah, we made a few more of them. We're going to post them up. I'll probably put the link down at the bottom of the page again. And hopefully all you guys that didn't get a chance to get one the first time around will hopefully be able to get one this time. And then all you jackals can get off my ass. We are here with the OG.
Organic Granny, also known as Lori.
Yep. And we're talking about Stitch Togethers, ironically, today.
Oh, okay.
Where you get a whole community of shut-ins together in one room. And you're like the Grateful Dead of these Stitch Togethers. Yeah, you're that's from what I hear, you're like at all of them. You make the long hauls and you make the trips out there and
try.
And so, I mean, what is it? What is it about the draw of these things that pull you in?
Well, a lot of us are introverts. I mean, true.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. There are a lot. Everybody who's watching this is going, yeah, there's a lot of us out there.
They
but,
just put that extra deadbolt on the door as you said that.
No, it's something that I'm a firm believer that in order to keep this craft alive, we do need to get together.
Okay.
And with technology being as what it is now, it allows people to, what I'm trying to say is the local needlework store is becoming a dinosaur. It's becoming a dying breed.
Yes.
And in Georgia, we have one quilt shop that has a corner dedicated. And if we don't get together and encourage each other and spread this as much as we possibly can, it's going to die out if we don't keep it alive. And I think Floss Tube has really helped this stitching community.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, would you have known half of these women?
I would not have known any of these women. No. Megan was the first person that I met. Stitching May was the first person that I met on a social media. Oh, we're in the same area. We're in the same state. Let's try to get
Yeah,
together.
I was about to say, you're
Yeah,
not
we're
really,
not even in the
you're
same
not like
area.
neighbors or anything.
No. And
yeah.
but Stitching It, Stephanie, she does not live that far from me at all, and would not have known this
if it wasn't for
if it was not for FlossTube. So,
well, do you feel like stitching is, and I'm not gonna say antisocial, but it's a personal thing. It's kind of, you go into it to almost escape a little, to get away. You know what I mean?
Well, anything that you can stab something with 20,000 times
and then not go to jail.
With pretty colored strings.
All right, I don't. This is going to be known as like as the evidence.
Gosh, I forgot the question.
I think it's innately it's a very personal thing, and it's. So when you get like together in a group, I just imagine a bunch of quiet people quietly stitching quietly in a quiet room, and
we're not all that quiet.
No, that's true. It's not necessarily the case all the time.
No, but we have companionable silences
right.
in there. Anything, this is the equivalent of a quilting bee.
Okay.
Where women from the area would get together and all quilt on one big. Do the actual quilting stitching on one big piece. This is the equivalent of that, where we actually can share. And again, I wouldn't have bought half the things that I did if I hadn't seen somebody else go, oh man, that's really
true.
Cool.
They show it, and you gotta have it, gotta get it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Not a fear of missing out. I don't have a FOMO.
Yeah.
But I'll go, I just gotta have that one.
Yeah. Well, who else liked getting a bunch of shut-ins together was David Koresh. So, I guess at what point do you consider this a cult? I mean, are you guys going to start issuing paper pants and Nikes and drinking punch and riding the Comet at these things?
The difference between a cult and a church is just the number of the members. You do know that, right?
I believe that. I believe that.
I think we're still at very small cult.
Okay, well,
status. Yeah.
I think if you get the right headgear, the right hat, I think people follow you.
Well, yeah, I can pass out bad guys to everybody.
Yeah. Without a doubt. I'd ride the Comet with you.
What?
So you were working on a piece by, was it Glitter Gulch? Flosstitude?
Yes, Flosstitude. I brought Flosstitude.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
I'm upset because that's a great phrase.
That
is a great phrase.
And I didn't think of it.
And I'm pissed that I didn't think of it. So what I did was I came up with some of my own that I thought maybe we could put together.
We could work them out. Sure.
Okay, what do you think about?
I'm gonna spit my
water.
Okay.
Mama needs to get later. Right? Because that's what it's called. Ada's
yeah.
Need to get later.
That's
What about chart for brains? Would that fit on a
chart? You chart for brains.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That has potential.
What about oops, I kicked my pants? Do you think we can make money on any of these, or
there is a
it's got to be some sort of market out there.
No, have you seen the channel? This what is the no.
Is there like a special
Subversive? Yes, it's called Subversive Cross Stitch.
If there's a small little niche group of like Tourette's stitchers, I think we could really cash in. We could be hundredaires or whatever.
We could lose money. Yeah.
Where did you come up with organic? From what is that?
That's really dull and boring. Honestly, it is. My husband, the last email address that we had, he picked it, and then when we had to change email.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what should it be? What should it be? And he's like, pick something. And I was like, when you sit there and you type things and they say, nope, that's been taken. Nope, that's been taken.
Yeah.
And I was in my sustainable living, sustainable farming rather,
Okay.
phase. Sustainable farming granny was just too long to type, so I just said organic granny. That'll work. It's got a
Okay.
nice ring to it.
And so it's almost kind of like, what is that? Like a free form, you know,
Free-flowing, yes,
free
a
flowing,
free flow, yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
I got you. Well, are there inorganic grannies? Are there
I
like
am now.
robot
Yes.
grannies out there or something?
Do you know that there's actually a movie that's actually adorable called Robot Granny? I'm sorry,
Really?
yeah, it's actually cute.
That can't be Disney.
No, it's not. But it was really cute. She was unpacked because the kids had lost their mother, and she was really cool.
This has got to be a B film.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I don't think anybody
Yeah.
made it.
No, that wasn't a Spielberg production at all.
Yeah. No. Probably came out in the 75. You know,
Oh,
that was not
okay.
a good era
Yeah.
for movies at all.
Yeah,
So.
right. When everyone
yeah.
was in their right mind.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I have some questions here
Sure, go ahead.
that were sent in by your all your fans all over the world.
Oh, my fans
and viewers from
You
all
talked
over
to
the-
Megan. Okay.
I definitely didn't write these while I was on ecstasy. I'll tell you that.
Oh.
All right. Question number 1. If you could choose a stitcher
Mm-hmm.
with a handle
Mm-hmm.
to rename,
Mm.
who would you rename and what would their new name be?
Oh my stars! Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's something that's so personal.
Right, but you've gotten to know these girls pretty well, so there's got to be someone that you know to a point. You know what? This would be a great name. This would
Oh
be a
my
good handle.
stars! See, I knew I should have watched Megan's.
You should have. I think I asked her this too.
Oh no, really? Because I didn't want to pre-think of something. Because my.
You're the type of kid that was like, I don't need to study.
Yeah.
I just go in there and
Now, okay, now my grandchildren cannot watch this. No, I never did. I didn't do homework. I
Mhm.
just floated through,
Yeah.
skin of my teeth.
And that worked out great.
And
You're not doing an interview with me, so things have not gone in your life the way you wanted them to.
Not too many people get interviewed.
Mhm.
But I don't know. To answer your question, usually someone, when they do pick a handle, it is, Organic Granny just happens to be because that was my email address.
Right.
Right.
Well, then, could you rename yourself then?
I thought about Flostitude. I thought about Pokey Little Stitcher because I'm not.
How about Mama Needs to Get Later?
Mama Needs to Get
That one's not taken. I just get a little bit of the royalties on those.
Yeah,
On
okay.
that.
My husband
That's a bit
would go,
wordy.
what?
Every time he'd be like, "Wait, no, you're stitching.
I'm
All right,
stitching. Not
I
now.
misunderstood.
I would probably I would either be Flostitude because when I saw that was just
That's
too
hilarious.
awesome. And I have a incredible addiction to pretty colored string. And
Do you mix your own? You know what I mean? Do you change colors frequently?
No, but Emily is my idol when it comes
she
to that
loves
because
doing
I have gone so far as to get gay. I'm doing Coffee Quaker, which everybody's doing,
Okay.
and I wanted to do it on dark fabric,
Okay.
and then I had all these flosses from. I'm gonna blank out. You're not gonna be able to help me. Megan's yelling at the camera or yelling at the video right now, helping me out. Dinky dyes. Had a whole bunch of dinky dyes, and so we took the fabric and we laid it out, and Gay picked out all the colors that would go on it.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm trying to channel my inner Emily by picking colors and going, that will be fine. And I have to learn to go, that will be fine. Live with it.
Yes. So do you find yourself then picking it, sticking with it? Yes, this is it. Grab it, and you put it in there, and then you go, I don't like that.
Every single stitch.
How often do you?
I go.
You force yourself.
Part of my inner anxiety of it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Yes, it looks fine. My goodness, Gabe picked the colors. It goes. I look at it. Yes, it looks fine. Suck it up, Buttercup.
Right.
Drive on.
That's why we need the special punch. We need the special punch to take care of all that anxiety.
Yeah, but that was so extreme. That really was extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Next question. What you got?
Oh, speaking of Kay. This one was written in by Emily, actually. She wanted to know, where did you come up with your imaginary friend Kay from? And,
Gay.
Yeah, Gay. I'm sorry, not
That's
Kay.
okay.
Kay. Did you suffer some sort of blunt trauma, or is that a childhood imaginary friend?
Kay's in the other room.
Sure she is. Yeah, no, I saw her. I saw her.
She was there. She was sitting right next to me.
I did. She was adorable. She had a big princess gown on and a big crown.
No, she didn't.
No, she's like I hear she's like was it Snuffleupagus? From
yeah,
Sesame Street, like Big Bird's imaginary friend.
No, she's been off camera a couple times. I cannot get her to be on camera with me. She will sit across and talk, but she will not sit next to me.
Shouting obscenities, I'm sure.
But I actually one time had to take a chunk out of she made me swear once.
Really?
And
Do you not swear?
Not on my channel, no.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What if I give you $5? Because that's all it took Lori. That's all. Yeah.
Really?
As soon as I flash, she's like, I don't swear. I don't swear. And I showed her $5. She's like, shit. just started going off like she had Tourette's. It cost me $35.
Oh God.
No, you don't swear though. You don't curse ever.
Not on the. Oh, no, I don't curse ever. What do you?
No,
I don't.
Yeah, I'm sure when you're driving, you're a sailor.
I drive in Atlanta. Yes.
Yeah. So you kind of.
I drop a casserole.
Yeah, it's the smallest little thing, right?
Yes.
Right. I hear you. All right. Third one. Third one was just a question by a guy who wanted to know if he could buy weed from you.
No.
No, you're gonna keep it all for yourself?
Yeah.
That's a little stingy, but all right. Fourth one is, have you ever been so in the zone, stitching, just completely, totally locked in, that you woke up naked in the penguin exhibit at the zoo and didn't remember how you got there?
No.
Fuck it then, neither did I. All right, whatever. I mean, you don't have to lie. Was it the penguin? Was it the hippo exhibit? I don't know. I wasn't there.
I'll admit, occasionally I'm not wearing pants when I do my floss tube.
You ever just lose chunks of time?
No.
Where you then you go, oh my God, it's 1 a.m.
Not since the 70s.
Not since Inorganic Granny 2, the sequel came out. Oh, that's good.
No, but I mean, you do get in a zone where, and that's why I should rename myself the Pokey Little Stitcher, because I go, well, my goodness, I've been here for 4 hours and I've only accomplished.
Yeah.
But you're concentrating, you're zoned in.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And I'm sure you I don't know if you have the TV on or you have music on or you're listening to your fellow Stitchers, fellow cultists.
I'm listening to my fellow cultists, yes, or the Pandora's on, and usually if I have people over and we're stitching, then we do the Pandora.
Okay, do you actually? This is kind of a side question here. Do you actually listen while you're stitching? Do you process, if you've got TV on, if you've got a podcast on, do you process what's going on? Because it drives me nuts when Emily and I are like, hey, let's watch a movie. We're going to put on a movie. And we put on a movie and she starts stitching and I'm like, you're missing all the important stuff. She's like, no, I got it.
Floss tube, everybody goes, oh, I'm so sorry about the crinkly. No, crinkly means I get to look up. Mm-hmm. You're going to crinkle and you're going to show me something. So I look up. Generally, I don't watch things. I'll watch floss tube that I haven't seen before, but I won't watch a movie that I haven't seen before.
Okay.
No, I'm trying to think. No, usually I will watch the movie.
Okay.
But even like some of my Netflix shows, I'm like, okay, the hero, he's going to run around, he's going to put his little hood on, and he's going to go bing, 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 and he's going to get the bad guys. I generally want...
Right, you just listen for the voices.
Yes.
You're like, I know who's talking now.
Yes.
I can imagine what's happening.
And it's an exciting moment. Yes, it was.
Right.
And I put my head down.
I got you. All right. Number 5, if you had to fight a famous person in history, living or dead... Fight. Your life depends on this now. You have to fight. You don't have to win, but you have to fight for 3 2-minute rounds. So, someone from history, alive or dead, anybody. Who would it be?
I need a pacifist.
Are you going to beat the shit out of Gandhi? Are you about to take that little Indian man down?
That would be perfect. With his glasses, I could stand there, I could insult him and go...
You just push him over, he's going to break in half. That's okay.
Yeah.
Megan said Christopher Reeve, so... Yeah, like, the later Christopher Reeve, too. Not even the healthy Superman stuff. Like, I'm talking in a wheelchair.
No, that's where I went to. Oh, my goodness.
You Stitchers are horrible people.
Wow, we are rough.
You just want to beat the crap out of peacemakers and quadriplegics. The more crippled, the better. That's what we say.
I'm feeling really good about Gandhi right now.
I guess you taunt him with like a Snickers bar too, right before you did it too, just to add a little.
I'm gonna eat a burger.
Hold on, you bastard! I'm gonna get you.
Sacred cow, my.
You got a mean streak. I'm a little scared of you right now. All right, so for playing along here, we got you.
Man, that is awesome.
Yeah, we got you your own little.
That's great.
Sexiest Man Alive shirt.
And we didn't even have to use the word.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Right. And if you need a different size or something, we've got.
It's for you.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have a much better presentation than mine. I just hand them to you people.
I know, that's okay. You're a guy.
Yeah, that's right. This one's got a little grease stain on it there. Just wipe that off. Oh my God. What the hell did you do? That's my brony.
You said you weren't going to put the pony's hand in Playpril. And I thought...
I don't play with My Little Ponies, lady. That is... where do I wear this at? To the gym?
Yeah.
No. To work?
You can...
God, no. There is one place you wear that at, and
you can stay at the house. It's okay. You can give it to Emily.
That's the greatest shirt I've ever seen in my life.
But I thought, well, I don't know why he would put.
And he's so angry.
I know.
That is an angry little brony.
Yes.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Is there anything else you'd like to add to this? We'll call it an interview.
No, I mean at this point in time we can stop.
Excellent.
You know.
Well, I appreciate it.
Hey.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Huh? Brony Floss Tube. Big thanks to Organic Lori for the greatest gift ever. I can honestly say at this point that I am going to be the only human, or the only respectable human, to be wearing this shirt ever. So, big thanks. You guys put in a lot of requests for a Name That Whip session. So I decided that, why not? We'll grab some more random ones from Emily's stash, and we'll go through them. But this time, since I've already gone through a lot of them, I thought this time we're going to bring on a special guest. So please welcome my brother, Mr. Joey Bobbins.
What's up? Happy to be here.
Are you fucking serious? All right, whatever. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip through some of these and rename them. So let's see what we can come up with. This is a unicorn in the smallest prison ever.
That is a lazy unicorn.
Well, look at the size of that horn. That thing is enormous.
That's why he can't get over the fence.
Yeah,
weighing him down.
You know, if he just puts his head down, he can just vault right over that thing, I would imagine. I mean, honestly, he could easily, like, jump right out of that.
Is that why they went extinct? They were trapped by a circle of leaves that have fallen to the ground?
Yeah, and apparently he's into some S&M stuff,
He's
too.
got a collar on.
That's not a call. That is a dog collar. He is into some weird stuff. So, this one it's kind of hard to see. All except for that enormous fucking hand.
What is going on there?
You do not want to high five Andre the Giant here, that's for sure. She will rip your damn arm off. So what you don't want here? No high fives, no headbutts. That is what you're trying to
That's
avoid.
what this one should be called. No high fives, no headbutts.
I'm gonna call it a 3-year-old from Chernobyl. I think it'd be a good name for this one. This is birds with many hats.
Yes, and an apathetic pumpkin. As if the pumpkin itself knows this isn't the greatest stitching ever. It's kind of like
we could do better. Let's be honest here.
Everybody here knows what's going on.
The designer totally dialed this one in.
It's birds with hats.
Yeah, and I would just like to point out that none of these are actual hats.
It's a cat?
There's some fruit.
He's wearing his tail on his head.
This one here is quite simply called the Phallic Witch.
God damn! By the way, can we point out that the witch is wearing a witch mask?
Yes, I was just looking at that myself. Maybe that's what freaked out that cat. I don't know if that's
a cat.
I don't know. It could have been a chihuahua that went through a dry wash, like in the dryer somewhere. The skeleton in the coffin. Okay, I see that. Why are there? I'm assuming those are snakes because eels doesn't make sense, but I mean snakes doesn't really make sense.
I think it's going to the whole phallic thing. If you see the snake,
that's what it is. It's definitely what it is. Where did this come from?
Was it just on its own? I don't see it.
What the hell just happened? We're gonna get it now. So, we have lost the sleeve. Get in the picture. So we have lost the sleeve, and by we.
Yeah. So this will be the last.
This will be the last time
Jimmy
you ever see Joey Bobbins and Jimmy Flosstube together. I have no idea.
Will be the skeleton in the...
Right. I'd rather be the skeleton than the witch with the weird thing between her legs. This is one of my favorites. Those are some pissed off rabbits you've got there. This guy's dead, right?
Yeah, clearly dead.
Clearly murdered. I can only assume it was the archer because no one over here has a distance weapon. Keep in mind, I'm really overthinking the tactics of rabbits. One of these is Patton over here, I guess.
How big is this rabbit here that he's riding on a lion?
On a lion, yeah, I don't know. But I would assume he's simply king of all rabbits is what is the only thing
at
I
that
can
point
think of.
Yeah, nobody should oppose him. This one is called Da Nang. God damn!
This one is quite simply called Release the Kraken. Down here.
I would like to point out that there is a mermaid buried under the ground, under the house, in the water.
Is she buried under the house, or is she floating dead through the sewer
I don't
pipes?
think that... Look at her tail. That's not natural. That's...
You know what?
Yeah.
This fish looks a little suspicious.
Yeah.
I think this anchor
It had something to do with it.
and that fish.
This
That's
is-
what I think.
This is called CSI by the ocean.
Dong dong.
We call this one that last house that's got all that bird shit on it. God damn!
Oh, that was.
Hey!
No,
We've-
no, no.
Oh.
Oh, we have something?
Still
We
dead.
have nothing.
So are you gonna sleep here tonight, or?
Yeah. I'm never going home. This one is quite simply called, "Hey, you got any more of that fucking red left?"
God damn! This one is important because of the giant fucking squirrel eating the giant fucking. Is that a kangaroo squirrel? Is that what's happening here?
That's exactly what it is. I don't know. It looks kind of like the Krampus. I'm not sure what's going on.
Also, nice plant up here, growing 3 skulls.
Yeah, that's organic. That's completely normal.
God damn! This one is great because I don't know if you can see it down here, but this little deer or stag is doing what we call the old razzle dazzle. He's all step, hoof, point, step, hoof, razzle dazzle. God damn!
These are the jokes.
I don't know what killed the deer: broken neck or broken legs. Another CSI, by the way. There's a lot of those in the. No, that's Law and Order.
Really?
God damn it! God damn! Well,
Yeah, this is.
We're in trouble again.
This isn't good.
you want me to hold it?
I need an
You
old
wanna-
priest
you put it
and a
in?
young priest.
I'm gonna help you find the.
I got a little thing. Just kind of
Just
goes
kinda-
down over the. Chewy, over the coal. This is the last time we'll be doing this. Emily will not let me touch any of her projects ever again. I have
Rightly so.
screwed up all of
The
them.
whole
Like,
system is.
like you've got mermaids in with unicorns. You've got the Kraken floating around. Who knows where
mass
he's
hysteria. Cats and dogs living together.
at?
These are what we call very sturdy witches.
Yes, they're very stout.
They
Yes.
have their legs planted firmly apart
Uh-huh.
and low center of gravity.
Right.
You're not knocking one of these witches over.
No, right here. Right here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that if the career in witchcraft doesn't work out, MLB will pick them up
Yeah.
as a catcher
Oh, sure.
because you are not knocking them over.
This is just a whole print of catchers that are happen to be
defensive
witches.
linemen, whatever. These broads are not going down here.
How big was the broom they were riding?
That's the question. It's more like a vacuum, like a shop vac. Is that what they're riding?
God damn! There's nothing funny about this.
That's pretty much the most metal thing I've ever seen in my life. This one is simply called that fucking guy down the street that paints his house purple.
Ah, not those neighbors.
Jesus, I hate when Willy Wonka moves into the neighborhood.
It was bad enough they were leaving all their toys in the yard and
Such a
everything.
douche.
Now our whole property value's going down.
Yeah, that guy. Thanks a lot, pimp.
God damn.
So I guess way back then, they didn't invent elbows yet?
Hey, how many fucks do you think those cats give?
Zero. None?
Zero. There was none.
None
They looked
fucks?
upon the land, and the land was barren.
Say what you will about these two right here, but the sex is insane. This one, quite simply, is called Hooker Pitching a Tent.
What's happening under there?
I don't know, but she is excited for that tiny house.
Loves
right
tiny
there.
house. Can't get enough of it.
She cannot get enough of that
think she
tiny
likes it?
house. She's like, oh, tiny house, I love you. I love you, tiny house.
Ring around the hooker. God damn.
Dude looks like a hooker.
God damn. Oh, I get it. It's a costume. It's a butterfly dressed up as a hooker.
Yeah,
Hey! That's my line. You don't take my line. Does it look like that one? Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, whatever.
Last time. I mean, this one's pretty normal.
Yeah, sure. You know, owl, couple of bunnies over there, rabbit.
Yeah, I mean, another deer down here,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
half duck, half fox.
Yeah, what do they call those in the wild, Joe?
Half fox, half duck?
Yeah.
They call it a fuck. God damn.
Hooker florist.
God damn. Hooker wearing curtains?
Is that a tassel?
God damn.
2 hookers on LSD.
Is the bird even there?
Carp hooker?
Looks like I hooked a hooker. 3 hookers with a lot of balls. God damn. Your mom. Fruit of the hooker.
So I'm starting to realize now that there's a whole line of hooker products out there. Like some designer just went hooker crazy. Old mother hooker. Hooker with the holy shit! Look at the size of that owl. This one simply is called the Smooth Criminal chart because Annie, are you okay? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
God damn. Simone! It's a rectal exam. I mean, no matter how you look at it, it's a rectal exam.
Right?
It's
Exactly.
rectal exam all day.
Right, exactly. You know, it looks like this guy's about to Jeff Dunham and peanut that guy right there. Give us a little puppet show. Hey, did something funny happen on the way to the show today?
I wouldn't put my hand near anything that had that much smoke coming out of it.
Been there. Thanks for watching. This is Jimmy Floss Tube and Joey Bobbins, and you've been watching The Stitcher's Pit.
God damn! You see what that bitch Vivian was wearing?
You need to change. You look ridiculous.